row when they started on defense to a Neon comp. Is that some kind of foreshadowing? Is that what XERXIA have been looking at? XERXIA have obviously picked this map for a reason, but I don't think they would have been expecting there's no duelist comp.
All the way up until he can get the stuns off. Mazino falls, Telzik is down to him to try and anchor it to the back of the sights, but kills all over the place. There was an attempt as well to try and take A lobby control. I was taking some fast control at the back of the site, but he is shut down just as fast, and that is going to be XERXIA taking that pistol round.
And they had some amazing ideas right there. Do they have the same level of creativity with this one? Sushiboys coming through, and NagZ goes down instantly.
Instantaneous punish, and they take it to space in the corner though. Mazino will claim one before eventually the trade comes through, but a spam through the box there. Sushiboys trying to make the most of this one, but with the rifles, more than an easy cleanup. And honestly, listen, I don't know if this is picking up, the players are screaming. Rifle v rifles.
And KRÜ will be thinking about that 8-0 lead, but they went down against TBK.
In the corner, that does force back the rendezvous, but guess what, keznit?
On the fade.
Yeah, on the fade, by the way. Crouched, was watching the angle still. It's not going to be pushing back XERXIA. In fact, they still want to be trying to take this one. You can see the paranoia, all the utility being chucked into the back of the site. What is that spray down?
That's so good.
Bullets just landing exactly where he needed it, but keznit is still being a thorn in the side of this setup. Eventually goes down, and there is no return fire from Mazino. He tried to supplement it, he tried to help out his teammate, but just down to Telzik now.
Planted.
And Telzik has no chances here. It's another bonus round. These teams are so good at them. And XERXIA's execute was beautiful.
Yeah.
Sushiboys runs his way down, uses those stuns to force a rendezvous out of NagZ, who goes up onto a different pillar and then gets hit by a paranoia.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just cascading utility
Paranoia,
that XERXIA was providing.
Yeah.
Grouped up those players for the spray down. Surf got 3 kills, essentially off the back of excellent utility usage on their execute. And the KRÜ players, like I said, Bren, their thoughts are going to be going back to that map that they lost in LCQ, where they started 8-0 down against a Neon comp.
Listen, a composition like this can be good. The KRÜ is playing is slowing down a lot of these Neon comps.
But if he can do his job correctly, he doesn't actually need to be hitting his shots as much.
Real potential for that 4th round, especially with the spray down, the firing line. Watching all of them. Smokey's dropped down in time, that does push them back. Trailblazer. They get destroyed, they have to be aware that there could be a player close. Going to be clearing this one, Aftershock and the paranoia into the corner. Telzik is left so unaware. Not a clue in the world of where they were playing at, and now just Klaus in the back of the site. See if he can anchor it. Stinger in play. Only 20 bullets, but he does make it work at the end of the day. But the high ground position to sScary is playing more than enough to deal that final blow.
The IGL for the team.
No players there.
And you're right, XERXIA are just not in that area in the slightest.
One of the things that you are missing when you don't play the Raze in the composition the KRÜ have is there's no keznit combo to try and offset any early A lobby control.
And in fact, KRÜ are not even fighting for A lobby control on any of these rounds.
Whoa! No way!
The Rolling Thunder!
How the hell did that happen? keznit just got pushed forward.
He got launched forwards.
And then the flash doesn't even do a thing. Sushiboy's already into the site.
And it feels like the entry is just helping him so much more. Look at them
toying with him.
They're
toying with him. Is this the same team that we've just watched on Icebox? The same team that just got absolutely devoured?
I don't think they're mentally the same team.
I mean, what happened? Who did it get replaced with?
Perhaps a bit of a lesson in how much maps can make the difference, but it is still early days here on Haven. But clearly, XERXIA with all the confidence in the world.
And look at it. Jumping around! Oh my god! Okay.
Do you want some raw fish now, Achilios?
Yes, he screams from across the venue. Telzik is going to look to see if he can save this rifle through.
And he's picking up frags. I mean, he got 2 with the Stinger in the prior round as well, but it's all just damage control. Yeah. It's not actually influencing the results.
Yeah, it's going to remove the weapons, but at the end of the day, there's more than enough money on the side of the zone.
Running with a somewhat similar defensive setup, although keznit moving away from A, now to Garage. And a double up on B, which is a site that XERXIA haven't gone for just yet.
No, not really too many attempts towards it, but they do have players in Crossfire, including keznit, who is holding at the back of Garage. He will be able to get into position, but it's pinged out. Positioning's known from Klaus. Angles are being watched. The smoke just to push them back.
Flash there, bit of spam as well as XERXIA try and make it feel like there's a lot of presence towards B and Garage, when instead they slink off. And without any A lobby control from KRÜ, they're happy to contact all the way forwards here.
Yep,
Not worried about a thing. And that's one of the problems with KRÜ's attempt and approach to this map. Just giving XERXIA this control. Look at NagZ up top.
Timing becomes everything here, NagZ. Oh, still claims the kill. In fact, look at this. Mazino's in the back as well, but Rifles eventually wins out. Because there, this is a close position, a pretty risky position to play from sScary.
Yeah, it's a very bold move. No need to go for that one, but he still doesn't get punished.
Is there a faster play that might be attempted there, at least with the horn, but Prowler's going to get destroyed. They'll hold down this angle just in case. It's a pre-fire attempt, but well, keznit is watching his back. Now the Paranoia, flick of the wrist. What is that? Paranoia is going to be whiffing there, but a Seize does latch onto him. Decade down to 1 health. TP's away though, and now time is running low. keznit all to do right now. Decay slowly coming online, but sScary, the shot is found. What a Red Bull clutch. Short break, a different map, a different game plan, a different comp.
Icebox is tough on silly men filled with joyous whimsy. But Haven, Haven is the home. What is this play?
You gotta be kidding me!
There's no way.
You are just going to disrespect the smoke, and he finds the dino! Oh my goodness! Sidesteps one way to the next.
And now the panic sets in.
Yep, foxz is whiffing every shot, and keznit takes him out. Oh my goodness.
I don't think I've ever seen a player with the ability to get behind the enemy team so often. And yet he just seems 50-50 on the win rate.
Yeah, well, it's looking almost certainly wrapped up as far as rounds go for KRÜ. Say that though, sScary in the clutch. Listen, a 1v5 would be quite the tremendous thing. Quite a difficult task. Fake TP, just to keep the opponents guessing, but they are slowly creeping up onto his angle. And that's a round on the board for KRÜ, necessary.
Yeah. You know, they tried something a bit funky, but keep it simple.
That one round though, the KRÜ got. That can often be the tipping point to try and find that.
0 point thrown, and immediately people start rotating to C. They think it's a C push.
Okay. Or did the util just come through? And, well, okay, NagZ. Gonna take the fight, why not? Rewarded with it, gets the kill onto Surf, a big target to find. In fact, the trademark as well, latching onto the feet of a couple of the targets.
Getting Mazino down very weak as well.
Yeah. The Seekers do buy them space though, so they were given free reign. Able to get space now into the post plant.
Look at how sushiboys is setting up here to fight with sScary. They know that there's going to be a null command coming in, so they want to force the fights early on.
And these shots, they can try and defend it down one after another. Because off the back of that first map, I thought it was just going to be done and dusted.
And so it turns out it wasn't 8 rounds in a row from KRÜ, or rather, the KRÜ lost, but 7-1 is also a terrible beginning. NagZ continues to deliver. And they've got the first 2 picks. Is that going to be enough? Or is sScary going to work his magic on the lurk again?
Not just sScary, look at this. They have crawled their way all the way up. And just a slight adjustment to the aim. That's Surf finding his target. Teleport away, right wide open into their spawn. Committing this one.
What an absurd ultimate.
And now the entirety of KRÜ is going to be left guessing. They're like, okay, where is that ultimate?
And this is going to burn so much time off the retake. Because KRÜ have to respect it.
Yeah. sScary's backstab here could be absolutely everything for them. But did they respect it enough timing? And it is being watched for. keznit's there. Spray down. Damage done. Mazino is low. Eventually returns the kill. Player's being dropped down to the floor. The wall's up, but not enough portions broken. It's being diffused in the face. At the end of it, KRÜ, the players swinging through to defend them.
KRÜ get a second on the board. Getting the res back online for Klaus as well. A character, KO, that definitely can get involved in tons of the fights. Here's an A-lobby fight. Haven't seen too many of these from KRÜ.
Paranoia that was sent flying through to try and disrupt this one with the fast lane as well. A bit of spam will do the job nicely. KRÜ's fall is a big target because now that Rolling Thunder is not going to be available. No ultimate. Any sort of exec that might have been planned. A presence is being shown here by XERXIA, making sure that they fire off a couple of bullets, just keeping sure that the players are locking it down, anchoring it, making sure that they hold their ground here. They could choose to pivot.
XERXIA know that there's 3 players anchoring this site. They've seen 3. But they don't have anybody else in position to pivot back to. That flash into mid grabs a bit of information. They know that there's nobody on the fast push. But they're also trying to indicate that they're moving away. And this will end with an A re-hit. keznit, Mazino, they start to move away. But come back as soon as they see Surf.
Yeah, I mean, they've set up. foxz actually is taking his own initiative. He's working his way around mid, but it looks like the spike will be ending at A. That is the goal.
I mean, I'd much prefer foxz to be using his utility to fake this push instead of his body.
30 seconds left.
It's contact off. Flash around the corner. Lovely little play there. foxz does respond with his own flash.
He's pulled everyone away. It's only Delzik here, but the other 2 players are just behind the wall.
Yeah, and the wall is just okay. Breaking down a portion of the wall. The stray bullet finds its mark. Maybe unintentional.
10 seconds
The overdrive
left.
popped off now. That spike is going to get planted. It's not going to be denied. foxz has to run his wee little legs all the way back over there to try and help out the rest of his team because it is still at 3v4 and he is weak. It's all about this retake now. How are KRÜ going to be choosing to take this one? Close, a slight adjustment of the movement. sushiboys is dealt with easily. Done! And sScary left alone. Last player standing. Close to default. Not enough. He was being overwhelmed.
And KRÜ are finally being able to get these retake setups working. The composition has a lot of utility. Klaus, potentially. Looking for a duel, or is he just throwing a 0 point? It is just the knife.
Okay. It was a haunt and a slow orb and the paranoia.
But that got so much information.
Yeah.
And for one of the first times, it's actually given KRÜ a lobby control. A very different dynamic here.
They haven't really pushed up for any information, they're just holding it. And it comes down to this B hit that is honestly about to clash here. The fault line. Flash, the stuns, everything's just being dumped into that left connector. And Klaus, as he is forced to reposition and avoid and duke all of it. He does pay for it with his life. So the plant is down now. It's going to have to be that retake from KRÜ. With the operator in the hands of NagZ, becomes difficult.
They've left Surf in backside. He's got a good rendezvous set up.
This is it. This is the shot there. Still Mazino gets Surf. Another pressing the advantage here. Want to move forwards over this. See if they can take any sort of space. Walls up, and that is in a good position for it. The Rolling Thunder across. Does disrupt that defuse for about a moment, but Mazino gets right on it once more. Aftershock, that's from Garage. The angle's there, and shots are being found. foxz, he's worked his way in, but it is half on it. Sticking it through Mazino, he lets it go. And it's just him against the world. The running and gunning, half on it. He's forced it into sScary. Does he have enough time? The answer is no.
What?
Just absurd. foxz is alone with this one, with the Trailblazer coming through, but it seems to be a split now into Garage. Trademark off to the side. Fragment doesn't actually do enough to stop any of these players. XERXIA are still making their way through, wading through all this utility with the Aftershock as well. Now they're contacting in, trying to cut the noise, but the players are already holding. Mazino's there with the rifle. Klaus swings into the side of it with the nightfall scattered across. XERXIA still are able to collect a couple of kills, but it's down to just the 2 players. And the spike is not down.
KRÜ are backing up though.
Last player standing.
Oh, well, apart from Mazino, who goes for this one. But playing the 4v2 or now 4v1 retake, definitely the percentage play. And Mazino cleans this one up. Rounds are. And for KRÜ, this is a very unusual composition to be running on Haven here. What have they got for a 0 point? And a haunt being used instantly there from Klaus and keznit. And it looks like they're going to pivot. Already XERXIA looking to read it, but the flash got the wrong info.
Cover going out.
Didn't actually tag onto anybody, so that's going to be kind of a bit of false information, I think. But shots being fired, spammed up, and a contact play to try and work their way into these angles. KRÜ watching either side of it, wall over the top, and it is a high ground swing position being played into, but with the Aftershock, it is immaculate. KRÜ's great anchoring.
That's so good. sushiboys gets the stun off as well, and so contributes to both of those 2 kills. And now KRÜ have to scramble. There's a lurk play going on towards Garage. Can Delzik open things up by contacting through? XERXIA are really responding well to this.
Yeah, and they are just so aware of the possibility where the players could be. It's a cleanup for them.
And what an
losing to one player, and yeah.
I mean, the desk was talking about it. Mimi said that when you're running this no duelist comp, or really any comp that has a Sage in both of them now in this map, and we talked about how good they are on the bonuses. Oh, that's a lot of pace being injected into this one. There needs to be sort of return on fire. KRÜ, they've somehow come up on top when it comes to And there go the guns as well.
Shots being rattled. 1-2. foxz with the ghost. Flash inside of the smoke. That's going to be causing a bit of chaos as well. The players are so... What is that?
What they lean so heavily on in order to make this recovery even possible. The trading's got to be immaculate here with the no duelist comp.
Spoken numerous times now over the course of this series about these bonus rounds for both of these teams. They've been good at them.
They've been excellent. And Surf has his operator over on C. Trademark watching sScary's back. And he provides a smoke to make it feel like there's somebody over at the B side. There's no one there.
Not sure, a bit of spam. Maybe just trying to elicit a response, possibly.
Look where KRÜ is positioned right now. He has Aftershock fault line to make it seem like he's playing in the B connector and actually still apply pressure on B. So even though there's no one there on the B site, KRÜ and sScary both making it look like there is.
This is such an odd angle to play, though. He's only got a Spectre. He's not favoured at these long sight lines. He's going to be able to get out.
He got a headshot.
Not a lick of damage. On himself, at least. He wants to fight this again. You got to be kidding me.
I mean, this is inadvisable, I would say.
The man's still posted up on this angle. Is it going to be cleared? Yes. It's going to be watched there. I mean, question marks running through my brain.
Slightly inadvisable for sure, but XERXIA now with pretty good information, and there's 30 seconds left. 3 players anchoring the site.
And this angle is just disgusting to try and play around. foxz has already claimed the kill off of it, and he's got the Seekers inside the smoke. This is why you're seeing these players spam it one side and another. They do deal with sushiboys, but it's down to Klaus, and he knows positioning.
Teleport's ready.
He's so weak.
Seconds in the round. He's so weak, a single shot will do
10
it.
seconds left.
He's just backing away. He's saving. He's saving Josh.
That's what you have to do here. It's another bonus round that's been converted. These two teams are just immaculate at them. Absolutely immaculate.
Does feel uncertain with the position he's playing here. That deep flash gets some great information, though. And it has dragged players over towards Garage. This could be good here because you can see where the spike is leaning on the side of KRÜ for that A hit, but was one player who might be able to shut it all down. It's Surf. Operator in his hands. Oh. The offset of the movement, just ever so slightly, it does force that one to go back. So it doesn't get rewarded with the kill. A lot of spam going his way. You are brave to keep spamming it from that angle.
I have
XERXIA now with the opportunity to pull off a retake of their own. The Neon comps gonna struggle a little bit, especially with the wall in their face. They really need to break this wall, but everybody is in heaven.
They're not gonna all go out of heaven, are they?
Oh, is this the stun lineup?
Surely not.
Doesn't look like
They
it.
go for it. Guys to the side, they TP into their own smoke, they die, they glide across the map. What is occurring? sushiboys has claimed 2, and it is chaos. KRÜ has got the operator in his hands, but there's a wall in the way.
If only they had broken that Sage wall. That retake looked so cool.
That was very doable if that wasn't in the way.
The movement from sushiboys was awesome.
Slid off of the default box.
Yeah, he fast ran out of heaven, which means he gets to default, and then he hits the slide once he hits the default box. Goes through a smoke.
And bought him though. XERXIA still in prime position to take away this map, of course.
And going for that same push down C long with sushiboys.
Angle from Surf here, really aggressive. You hear all that utility being used. He knows that there's going to be a player crossing into his sight lines. Claims his reward for sticking around. Eventually, they'll back away. He wants to get back onto that angle. And well, this is going on. Okay.
And here it is, the heavy hitters turning up for KRÜ, finding those opportunities in the scrappy moments where the team needs it. keznit is just trying to take A on his own.
Yeah, I mean, the man's just walked all the way through there with the Nightfall, only latching onto the one player. There is positioning for him. That smoke is missing. Still, they collect the kill. Doesn't matter.
And XERXIA do not have the bodies to go for this retake. They're going to have to pump the brakes here. Chill out. And next round, their economy is not in a great spot. So keeping these two Vandals will add a bit of venom that is sorely needed. We saw KRÜ, when they played their opening match against FPX, throw away a 9-3 lead. XERXIA up massively after winning the bonus round. Cannot allow the same fate to happen to them.
They're playing this discipline. Make sure they hold on to their rifles. And you're right, Josh. You can't let it slip away, these leads that you've been building up.
Nothing is free at Champions.
No. Every single team is going to be making you work for every single round. It's the most competitive tournament we've had yet
Where are you?
in
Absolutely.
terms of global competition.
And part of the reason teams in 2022.
Far cry from what they achieved prior, but already you see in the pace injected into it. A-Lobby controller flash into mid, forces, again, a teleport out of Surf. Has to back away, but this is really quite dangerous now for KRÜ. You want to be putting all the pressure on all the players, still trying to hold behind the box, but they just cannot stand up to it. The crossfire is too much. Even with the poor weaponry, the overdrive is enough.
XERXIA have broken the back of KRÜ here.
Oh boy.
NagZ as well getting headshot.
Trailblazer's gonna go. He was low enough to go down, but a shot through the wall does a significant amount of damage. But at this point, where's gonna be the face? There it is. From every single angle. NagZ has got nowhere to run.
Can KRÜ win 6 rounds in a row to force OT? Not with how they've currently been playing.
No. They do have good ultimates to carry into this one though, but it has to be done here. This round, no more buffer zone. That map point for XERXIA. And slow and steady with the attacking protocol, making sure that they're nice and spread. Holding for any pushes. And speaking of pushes, look at Surf creeping and crawling up on the angle. Timing. Once more. Oh, it's absolutely everything. Removed away, and it's just finding it. NagZ. Lucky to find it, I think.
But NagZ has also been in so many of these positions. A fifth of the time he picks up an op on attack. He's always attack opping, so he knows how to play these angles.
Cover going out.
Lure his opponents in. And what a slow, patient round from KRÜ. A far cry from what they've been doing on some of these other rounds.
Yeah. Not letting themselves, I think, feel the pressure of the map point. Obviously now this player advantage is going to be holding a pretty significant advantage, I think.
And this retake faces another Sage wall, and this time XERXIA are getting through it. And they have a Rolling Thunder to work with as well.
Where is this going to come through now?
Is this going to be the same kind of setup?
That's the question. Flash over to through. That's onto the corner. The C's! It latches onto them. foxz just couldn't quite hit the ground. Fully inaccurate. And it has thrown so much chaos into the mix. KRÜ take them down as easily as that. And they claim their 7th round. Essentially, of just people just dangling. But it means you're just not accurate. Yeah, you can't hit the ground.
I would say absolutely intentional. Given how XERXIA performed their retake last time, all coming from heaven, definitely thought through by keznit.
Really smart.
He's smart, and here it is. The Rolling Thunder used in such an unconventional way.
The players are pushed into really difficult angles. It's the aftershock, breaks it up. Stun as well, one after the other, and this could be it. The final blow is necessary. NagZ has lurked and worked his way deeper into the mat. Deltic tries to just ult and take the spike in a different direction, but that will do it. Map number 2 going away of XERXIA.